Hey everyone, and welcome to another video with Spartan086. And today we're going to do an Opel Blitz customised job that I've been working on. If you've been watching the videos, you'll have seen it that it's sitting in the back on top of the bridge over here, and probably going, what is that? Well, here we go. The reason I haven't done a video on it is I've been a bit worried about putting it up. It isn't 100% accurate to World War II models, and I know it's no, but I thought I'd put it up and give you an idea of why I did it. Also, I've not painted any of the side points or shown why or what they're connected on by. I do apologise about that. It's still an ongoing project. So the idea behind this was obviously the German army. It was a very mechanised unit. Blitzkrieg, obviously, infantry, artillery, air support, and tanks moving as one forward, blasting through. But with all that armour, all that mechanisation, you did have to have a large amount of mechanics to make sure things ran smoothly for the vehicles. And as we know, obviously, the German vehicles, as powerful and tough as they were very prone to breaking down, especially the Tigers. So they obviously needed this rear echelon section to come in and deal with problems and make sure everything's up to standards. So I'd obviously seen the Opel Blitzes with the cranes on top of them and decided to do my own. The reason I went with a 3-ton crane is I didn't want to go with something too big that it was too much of a project and it ended up failing. So I decided to go with a 3-ton crane, which I thought has turned out very well. And overall, I think the little project's actually done not too bad. So what I did was I took wee slabs of wood and I've lined the deck of the Opel Blitz, and then I've added on 3 wee sections for the crane to sit on to give it a wee bit more height. I've then added a table, which is what the mechanics would use when they're sitting up shop. I've got tools in here, and I'll move this around and you can see the other section. So obviously we've got another set of tools and ladders that I'm using for there. I do have a selection of bits and pieces here that are going to get added on once they're painted. So obviously we've got Panther wheels, drums, welding toolkits and generators, etc. And some wee wood logs that have been shifted together. This is all 1/35 scale, so it isn't the best, but overall this is more a visual project than it is a physical one. So everyone can look at it and just go, oh, that looks pretty good. So overall, I was hoping that this would turn out well, and it has. It does need a good wee paint, and I do need to have a wee bit more look at how the Germans had set up their mechanical sections and they'd done things. So I can add more things onto it to give it a wee bit of a more realistic look. There is obviously the paint job here is from Eastern Europe as the German army advanced in. So I don't know if that's 100% what I want for it. Over time, I will need to give it a better paint scheme, and then I'll need to paint the instruments and add-ons. I want to make sure that try to get it as accurate as possible. So I might need to ditch some of the instruments here that might not be used within a mechanical section, or in the British Army we call them REME, Royal Electrical Mechanical Engineers, and that's what I'll just refer to it now as. So obviously a German Army REME section, they would have to have all these things available for them to work on certain vehicles or all vehicles. So if they're setting up a field shop or a field workshop and a Mark IV comes in, they need to have the tools for that. If a Stug comes in, either 3 or 4, they need to have the tools ready to do that. Those tools might not just depend on taking off the track or the road wheels, but about taking off side skirts to get access to certain points, or taking off Tiger's mantle or cupola, or the gun, whatever needs to be taken off. They have to have all those tools available, so I am going to try and make sure it's as accurate as I can. Now I will say that the model, I hope you guys like it. It is a decent wee job. It has been a wee bit heartache, especially when it comes to building the crane. It did twist a wee bit, and it is a bit annoying to do that because it just makes it look a wee bit shoddy. But overall, it turned out really well. The paint went on well, so it got a good red Valero paint, and then obviously I've done a rust section to run up the paint, to run down the chain and onto the section there. So I hope you guys like that, and I'll leave it at that. Obviously, if you're liking the videos, please like and subscribe and put them out there and show your friends. Hopefully they'll like them as well. And I'll say I hope everybody's well and taking care out there. Things are getting better for everybody, obviously, worldwide. So until the next time, take care, guys. Have a good one. Bye bye.